Hey YouTubers, this is Bob Hickman. Well, it is so good to be back with you. Well, last week we had a video on closed-eyed meditation. And for those of you who haven't seen that, you want to check that out. That's another technique. We're going through a series of different meditation techniques here. And today I am teaching open-eyed meditation. And for those of you who are new here, you say, well, Bob, I don't know if I can do meditation. Everybody can meditate. It's just a matter of finding out what technique works for you. So as last week we focused on the interior light of the heart chakra, today we're going to focus on the external world, and we're going to meditate on an object. Now, to do open-eyed meditation is very simple, requires just a few basic things. Basically, you want to have a chair that you can sit in, or you can sit on the floor, but for most people, this type of meditation is best done in a chair. And then you want to have a table that you can sit in front of you, and then an object that you can choose. Now, today for our meditation technique, I've chosen this beautiful green glass Buddha. You don't have to use a Buddha. I just chose that because it's an image that I like, that I think is beautiful. You can meditate using a rock, a crystal, a chalice, a bowl, anything that you like. But today I'm going to use this little Buddha. And so basically what we want to do, though, before we get into learning this technique, is we want to ground and center. And to do that, I want you just for a minute, close your eyes with me. And just follow your breathing. Let's take 3 deep breaths. And exhale. Inhale in. Hold it a second. Exhale out. Inhale in. Hold it. Exhale out. Inhale in. Hold it. Exhale out. And after you do your 3 breaths, just practice letting go all that tension of the day. And then you can come back and open your eyes. You'll be a little more grounded, a little more centered. So once you do that, then what you want to do is draw your attention down to your object of meditation. And in this case here, we're going to focus on the Buddha. Now, open-eyed meditation is that. Try to keep your eyes open. In this meditation, we want to really study every facet of the object before us. You don't have to take long. Maybe do 5 minutes to start. For some of you, it may be helpful if you have some struggle still, even with open-eyed visualization, is to touch the object. Like, for example, as I touch this, I can feel the smoothness of the glass. I can feel the texture of the cutting here at the top. I can feel the sharpness of the point. And I want to just take my time and literally visually analyze, and if you want to, tactily analyze your object. In the early stages of this meditation, it's okay to pick up your object. I want you to look at it. Look at that deep, rich green color. Notice how it plays the light. Some parts are lighter and brighter, like the head, and it's darker in the chest area and the base. And you might want to just, rotate it around slowly and get a sense of how the light moves through that object. And just rotate it. Take your time with this. There's no rush. If you see an angle that intrigues you, like this is an interesting view of the shoulder area, tapering down to the arm here and the hip, just stop and look at that. Look how the light falls across the image, how it's bent through the glass. Really beautiful. Get to know the textures. We might say, oh, this is a green Buddha, but when we really study it with open-eyed meditation, we can see it's about probably 3 or 4 different types of green. There's light green, there's dark green, it's got medium green, there's dull green, there's glossy green. So really get to know that. Just take your time, and I want you just to slowly rotate your item. When you feel like you find a spot that's something interesting, just stop and study it from that angle. And as you do this, you want to just follow your breathing. Just try to breathe gently and rhythmically. Make sure to exhale. Sometimes when we get focused, we forget to breathe. And this is a challenge with this type of meditation, is that you have to consciously breathe, believe it or not, because when you get very focused, you will stop breathing. Not that you'll be in any danger, but it will lessen your chances to release tension. So try to be aware of that breathing as you study your object. We can just sit here and contemplate this. Again, you might want to even pick it up. Look and study how it bends the light at different angles. Feel the weight of the object. Is it heavy? Is it light? Does it feel delicate or does it feel solid? Would it break if you touch it? Or could you throw it on the ground? Try to analyze every component of that object. Its light, its color, its weight, its texture. Just really develop a reverie, a fascination. You know, when I look at this, I'm just amazed at the luminescence and how it just tends to almost glow from within, and it doesn't have any lights inside of it. Yet it bends the outer light to create an inner luminescence. Absolutely fascinating. And you can again just rotate your object as you get ready, and then continue to follow your breathing. And eventually when you want to bring your object around full circle back to the front stage of where you began it. And again, look at it. Now, if you do this every day, just for a few minutes, what you're going to find is that your attention to detail in your daily life, even outside of a meditation, becomes much more acute. And this is a wonderful technique to practice, especially for those of you who want to develop your clairvoyance and your psychic sense. You want to learn details so you can study it. Because sometimes when you're doing a reading as a psychic, you'll see one little detail, and that's the key that breaks the case. Like, for example, you might be doing a reading on, a person that was kidnapped. And you see a vision of a car, and you say, well, I see a blue car, it's a Toyota. But if you practice open-eye meditation, you'll say, oh my goodness, there's a scratch above the left fender. And see, that little detail is what will help you to be a better psychic. And that starts with observing the natural world. And eventually, that observation will drift in to the spiritual world, and you'll be very attuned to the spiritual imagery. But you don't have to look at the inner world right now. Just focus on this outer world. Focus on this object. Get to know this. So as you look at this beautiful little green glass Buddha here, you can just see, like, for example, when I turn it that angle, notice how the light here glints off the shoulder. It's reflecting the light. Notice little bands of light. Little subtle details like that are so important. And once you've studied that and you've got a sense of its weight and its texture and its color and its smoothness or roughness, then what you want to do is just close your eyes just for a brief second and try to call to mind that image that you just looked at. Try to see it even briefly if you can see that image that sits in front of you. Try to look at its details and then open your eyes and see how correct you were. Did you see some of the details? Did you maybe miss something? Like, did you forget, oh, he has a point here at the top, and you didn't see the point? Well, that's okay. This is a technique also that takes time. So you don't have to rush to be expert at it, but if you just practice it a few minutes every day, it really will do wonders for your psychic ability. So that's all there is to it. And, I hope that you guys will try this. And as I said, choose an object that interests you. If you get something that's ugly and you don't like looking at, it's not going to be very fun. So choose something that's one of your favorite items that you can really study and enjoy and get into it. That makes a big difference. Anyways, guys, well, listen, I hope that helps you. That's our open-eyed meditation. So keep it here. Today I'm also putting up another video of the weekend dance party. I'm not going to have access to the internet on Friday, So I'm putting it up early on Thursday, so you guys will have it a little early. And come the weekend, you got a cranking party happening. So I haven't done one of those in a while, and I'm not going to tell you what it is. I'm going to be surprised, but it's a 1980s hit. Anyways, listen, keep it here at Spiritual. We'll have more coming in the coming days. And if you're new here, why don't you hit that subscribe button? Or even if you're not new, but you hang around, watch, and you've never subscribed, hit that subscribe button. It's free. Join our channel. Be part of our scene here. We're going to have a lot more teaching videos. I'm going to teach some more meditation, also other techniques in the next few weeks. And I know I'm behind on messages from the spirit world. I've been having some technical problems with my computer and phone, so we will get that out to you guys soon. But anyways, in the meantime, practice your meditation and join us for our weekend dance party coming up here next. Thanks for being here, guys. Blessings to you. Oh, and tell me in the box below, what is your favorite object? What is something you think you could use for that meditation? You have an idea, you think, oh, I have this beautiful chalice I want to use, or I have a ritual to a wand or an athame, or maybe a favorite tarot card. See, think of an object you like. Tell me what object you want to use in your meditation. I'd love to hear about it. Anyways, guys, thanks for being here. This is Bob Hickman, and keep it here, because next we got Weekend Dance Party. Blessings to you.